Hi everyone! In this tutorial video, I am going to show you how to insert text boxes into your superhero project. So you have to include a story, you have to include a power, and you have to include 2 labels for your outfit. So all of those you will insert text boxes for. Now, to insert a text box, you simply go Insert, Text Box. I'm going to draw one for my story down here in a rectangle. Now I can start typing, but there's a lot going on in the background, so I really want to color that text box. So I'm going to go up here into this little paint can. It says Fill Color. Now click on it. You can make it whatever color you like. If I want it to go with this, I might have it be a light blue. That doesn't really stand out, huh? How about a green? Oh, no. Okay, maybe I just want it white. And I can even put a border around it so it looks a little fancy. How about a bright blue border? Sure, why not? All right, so now that I'm in there, I can start my story, okay? And all the story starters are going to be exactly the same. So if I look at my example, this one time, and you're going to tell me what happened, okay? So this one time, and then you're going to type your entire story here. So I can say molecule, man was deep sea diving when he saw a shark come straight at him, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so you're going to type out your whole story. If you want to change the font, just highlight it, you can change the font. I like the Bangers font for my superheroes. That's fine. You can change the size here, right? Just make it fit and so it's nice and that you can see it. Check your punctuation, your spelling, and make sure it has everything you want it to say. All right, so that's the text box for the bottom. Now let's say you want to do a call out. And if you remember with the advertisement project, we did some call outs. So if you go to Insert and go to Shape, under Shape you have some options. You have arrows here if you'd like to use those arrows too later. But here's call outs, and I like the ones at the bottom. And I'm going to have the call out be here. So once you have your call out, your cursor is going to change to a little plus, and then you can kind of draw your call out like this. Now don't feel like you have to stick with that. You have all these little dots and you can make it however you like. And this little yellow one, we'll put it wherever you want it. And then you can change the color over here with that paint can. And you could just start typing and I'll start typing in there. So my superpower is, and then you're going to write it all out, right? And you can change the text the same way you would change it in the text box below. All right, so now you also need some labels. Well, let's put this on the other side, huh? You don't want to put it on this side. Let's see if it flips around the text. Oh, there you go. All right, so if I want to put insert, now you can insert a shape or a text box. Let's try a shape for this one. And I want to put a shape so I can do my labels for my suit. So I have a respirator. That's that thing on his head. So I'm going to say respirator that turns water into breathable air. Just make something up. And once you have it there, you can color the background. Same thing paint can. Now maybe you want to put an arrow. Arrows are fun. Now there's a couple different ways you can do an arrow. See this arrow up here? If you use the drop down, you have an arrow. And you can draw your arrow. And once you draw it, the thing is, see how my cursor is still a plus. So I have to turn it back into a regular cursor over here with the arrow, this arrow. Now I got the double cursor and I can move it. Oops, that's what I want to do. I can move it here wherever I want it to go from those 2 dots. I can also make it a thick arrow by going to that line over here that we use for our borders. And you can make it over here. You can also change the colors here. Well, that's not going to work out. How about yellow? All right. So maybe I want to point to the respirator so I know that's what they're talking about right here. Or maybe I want to point down to where it is down here. Now you're going to do the same thing. Now if I want to use the same box, I might just copy it. Oops, that's cut. Undo. I might just copy it. Right click, copy, and paste it. That way I can use the same kind of box. I don't have to reformat it again. And then I just backspace and get rid of it. All right, should say something about his little sprayer thing, huh? So, sprayer eliminates molecules. Whatever it does. You're going to go ahead and add that in there. You might want to add another arrow. Maybe I'm going to copy this arrow. That way I don't have to make the arrow again. Paste it right here. All right, so I'm going to put it right there. I'm going to move it over here. All right, if you don't like those arrows, it's kind of long, huh? You don't even need to have an arrow. You can just delete that out. Delete these arrows. Maybe I don't want an arrow. All right, if you're looking at the example and you go down here, you can see that I did have some arrows right here, but they weren't so long. So you might want to move it around so that these are closer. I'm going to put it this side. Like the little arrow right here if I want to. I'm going to put this one over here, wherever you like. All right. So really that's how to insert text boxes. We inserted some callouts. We inserted some shapes. So it's really up to you and you can customize it however you like. Just make sure you stick to the rubric. You have your superpower in something, you have your labels, and you have your story.